Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a tutorial on a mermaid scale tumbler or dragon scale tumbler, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're going to make the scales be. I actually already started on this, not too far, but I already started and I stopped and I was like, I need to do a tutorial because I haven't made one on this yet. So you'll see this is double-sided sticky tape. That's one of the things you're going to need. But you're going to need your tumbler. This is a 20 ounce from Maker Flow Crafts. I will put their link in the description. You'll need double-sided sticky tape. I got this from Amazon and it came in like 6 different sizes, I think. This is the biggest one. And you're going to need cardstock. I got my cardstock from Amazon. It didn't come in anything but this bag here. But it's pretty much just construction paper. It feels like construction paper. So I got the cardstock, and then you're going to need to get on Etsy. If I can find the one that I bought, I'll put it in the description also. But you're going to need to buy the Dragon Scale SVG, the file, and cut it out on your cardstock. And that's what it's going to look like when your Cricut gets it all cut out. You're going to individually, one by one, place those scales all around the cup. So let's get started. Alright, so once your Cricut gets this file cut out, I made it just about almost as big as I could. This is an 11 by like 8.5 size piece of paper, so I cut the scales at 10 by 8. And they should all stick to your mat. If not, it's fine, you can just peel them off. But if your mat's sticky enough, like this is a relatively new mat that I'm using, they should all stick. They're pretty much just like your weeding vinyl. So this is where your double-sided sticky tape comes in. You're going to want to put tape down the entire cup. It's a little bit tricky on cups that have curves like these. If you have a skinny tumbler, it's a lot easier, but this is still doable. So you just want to put one on top of the other until the entire cup is full. And you'll see like the paper backing is a little bit wrinkled. That's fine, just as long as you press down and make sure that all of the tape is laying flat. Okay, so I've got the entire cup covered in the double-sided sticky tape, and you can see where up here it's nice and smooth, and then it starts to become a big mess because of the curve of this cup, or the shape. Like I said, these are difficult to do with this shape of cup. It's a lot easier if you have a skinny, but this is doable. So now we're going to start putting the cardstock on the scales. And you can start at the top or the bottom, it doesn't really matter. I start at the bottom. And I'm just going to peel off a couple pieces at a time. Don't do the entire cup because then you won't really have anywhere to hold on to while you're doing this. And you can see here where it hung over, I'm just going to fold it. It's not a big deal. Get that out of the way. Alright, peel off another one. I'm going to do 3 so I can have plenty of room to work. Alright, so get your scale and try the first one is crucial because you're gonna kind of go off of that one for the rest of the cup if you think about it, because that's going to be like your guide. So try to get it as straight as you can. So that's the first one I have. And now for the first row, you're going to have like these little corners touching. You're going to do that all the way around. I don't overlap them. Some people overlap. I choose not to. So see what I mean as like you're using your first one as your guide, because if that one's crooked, then everything's going to be crooked. And this isn't like a, woo, these are sticky. This isn't like one of those cups where it's like if you only got one shot, like if you mess up, you mess up. Like, just pay attention to what you're doing. So if one of your scales isn't right, you can peel that off and try it again before you get 3 more rows done and then realize the whole cup is completely crooked because of one scale. And this is very tedious. I charge a good bit more for these tumblers than I do just an average 20-ounce that I make on a daily basis. Very tedious. You're going to use a lot more epoxy than you normally would just to get everything smooth. So definitely consider charging more for these cups. If you don't have fingernails, it's kind of hard to get these off the Cricut mat. Alright, my last one's going to overlap because it was a space in between there, so I'm going to let it overlap. So now for the next cup, or the next line, sorry, you're going to kind of fit them in there like a puzzle. So put the bottom of this in between 2 scales, like that. I try my hardest not to overlap throughout the cup just because it makes it a lot harder to make everything smooth when I'm adding epoxy. There's going to be sometimes that you just can't avoid it and you're going to overlap them, but it's okay. You're going to have a lot of patience when you make cups like this. And I'm just going to continue doing this all the way up the cup until it is completely covered, which might take me about an hour. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and stop this video here and pick back up when this is covered. Alright, I've got all my scales on. Now it's time to spray paint. I started by painting the entire cup aqua from Rust-Oleum. And I also have key lime and I have purple. I'm going to start with the purple just because it's the darkest color. Kind of hold it far away so it just gets a mist of the color. And just do little bursts of color so it's not like crazy dark. And now I'm going to do it on the other side as well. Now I'm going to go in with the key lime and I'm going to do the same thing. This came out a lot harder than the purple did, so I kind of accidentally went crazy with that. But if you do, it's okay, you can touch it up. I took the aqua blue color again and just kind of randomly did some mists over that green. And now I'm going to go back in with the purple and kind of brighten that back up from where all of the other colors made it fade away. You can do this whatever color you want. These are just the ones I chose. It looks really good once everything is epoxied and the decals are on. When you are really gentle, it almost kind of looks like a color shift. And this is the end result before epoxy. I feel like it almost looks like a color shift. That's kind of what I was going for, but regardless, the colors all look pretty together. And now all I have to do is wait for this paint to dry and put some epoxy on it. It's going to take a good 4 coats of epoxy before everything is smooth and you don't feel the bumps from them scales anymore. And then I'll be able to put a decal on it, epoxy a couple of times over that, and it'll be done. So I'll have a total of roughly 6 coats of epoxy on this. It's pretty thick, pretty heavy, but it works. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.